Alrighty, guys, so we're going to be going over how to get the free Fischl in 2.8, and we're also going to be going over how to get the free Fischl skin. There's also going to be a lot of free primos going to be available during this event that we'll be describing a little bit as well, and we're going to go over the Summer Islands and some of the questions that you might have on this event. Otherwise, if you're a returning player, there's a lot of new things, but most of it's pretty much the same. I will be describing in this video exactly what you got to do in order to get everything that you want. Jump into it. If you guys are watching this video after 2.8, this event is gone. You cannot get any of the things I am describing in this video. You missed out. It begins. Summertime Odyssey is now unlocked. Story mode takes about an hour, and if you spam click through it, probably like 20 minutes. Okay. Part 1 completed. All right, part 1 is over. Event details. All right, the Surfpiercer event is out now. We get mini events every day. Surfpiercer we can do a little bit right now to get primos for challenges. Okay. And Imperial Invitation. So you got to get these things, which are iridescent flotsams. The shop will cost the flotsams. We got a crown, and doesn't tell you how much Mora you get, but I'm guessing each one of these is a very small amount, just like it is every patch. We figured out that on day 1, the event that we're doing does not provide any iridescent flotsams at all. So if you were trying to get the iridescent flotsams to pick up Fischl, that's going to be in later parts of the event, not in the initial part. But just as a tip, if you're playing on mouse and keyboard, it's E to suck in the little glowy things, which give you stacks, and left click once you get the stacks to get your speed boost. A tip. So nothing crazy there. Events for the entire patch, so you have all patch to get this done, and it leaves just before the patch ends. It's like, oh, we have a long time to get that done. There's the Fischl costume, and this one is going to be based on conches. So you got to get the conches that are out in the open world, and it looks like we get a total of 320 primo gems for collecting conches, and then the last 4 we get some Mora and wits too. You need 16 total done in order to get the Fischl cosmetic, which I guess you can get on day 1. So unless they're not available. So the conches, I found a couple of them so far, so let's go ahead and get them. And then you get different mission logs here. So you might be able to collect them all day 1. Let's go find out. Shall we go see if we can get the Fischl cosmetic day 1? We also found there's 2 different types of conches. One's going to be an auditory conch, where they kind of like tell you exactly what's going on in the story. And there's actually visual conches that kind of show like a little introspection of like what actually happened in the past. So those are 2 different types of conches that are going to be available during this event. Also during the event, there's a lot of puzzles that are available. The previous year's puzzles with the Ludihar past them and throwing the bubble, those ones aren't available for new or old players. So if you're looking for those will not be shown. There's just a bunch of brand new puzzles with Halotro's and stuff on day 1. There might be more released over the entirety of the patch. For the official outfit.
I created another universe and founded paradise, for I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Verirrt.
So I went through and I found all the conches on day 1 without using an interactive map, and I wanted to see if they were available on day 1, and this is the results we got. There were 2 up here. There's 1 here. Yep. There's 1 on the middle island. Yep. There's 4 here. Yep. 3 here, yep, and 1 down here, or there's 3 down here, yep. That's it. Yeah, so it does appear that it is time gated. Everything that I found is what is available. So yes, we have confirmed it is time gated. You cannot get the Fischl skin on day 1. So for everybody who's trying to get this on day 1, don't drive yourself crazy. You got to get 16 locations. There's only 14. I assume because the event is going to be over a few days, there is the Summertime Odyssey that's going to unlock new areas and new parts of the event. My assumption is it unlocks in about 4 days, and that's when the last part of this event gets unlocked. So sometime in here, it'll be unlocked. Need 2 more? Yeah, I found all of them. So those of you guys who are trying to get this all in one day, you can finish out the archipelago in 1 day. If you're like starting halfway through the patch, you just can't get it right away. As far as those who have questions, there are brand new puzzles throughout the islands. There are not a lot of new things. I blew through everything in about an hour and 20 minutes. My recommendation is to not do this on day 1. I would recommend waiting because I would just do the boat adventures and stuff like that and do this slowly, because what's going to happen is that there's going to be new parts of these islands they're going to unlock, and new parts for quests that you can't necessarily see on day 1 that you'll see progressively throughout the event. So don't do them all at once. The other thing to note when doing this event is if you're trying to do this on like after day 1, some of the story mode that would be part of the interworkings of the area, you can kind of see the placements of where they are throughout exploring all the islands. And if you do explore all of them, you'll notice that you can't progress and you have to re-explore those layers there. So hopefully my hour and 20 minutes spent here saves you some time. Otherwise, it's a it's a really fun experience. Just take it slow throughout the patch. Don't try to do it all at once. Otherwise, you're going to feel like you're overwhelmed. Primo-wise, there's a lot of primos to be had. I ended up getting the 420 primos already. I got 240 of the 320 primos that we get out of the official conch event. And just for day 1 of the event for the boat stuff, I ended up getting another 90 primos on top of that too. So you get a decent amount of primos on the first day, and over the next 4 days we'll get even more. For the event shop, here's the event shop. You get crowns of insights, crystals, books, this stuff normal, and you can't unlock this part of the event because the resources that you need are going to unlock on day 2 of the event. So day 2 is when we're getting a lot more stuff. This is going to be part of the events that we're going to have over the course of the Summertime Odyssey. And the story is really cool, so a lot of it's going to be story based. So if you're not into story mode, then happy spam clicking. For those of you guys who are thinking that this is not enough content, to let you know, the original Summertime Islands were time gated as well. So just know that this is a time gated event, just like the original one. It's just that everything is already out in front of you, and there's going to be more to see. This is just going to be nostalgia back to players that remember the Summertime Islands, and of course bring them to the players that never experienced them. And then it's going to also have another event story that's aligned with Fischl and the whole Middernax place and everything.
Wonderful.
Yes, it is, Kazuo.
Enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
No, I don't want to be a wanderer. Well, for those of you out there, that's going to do it for this video. That's how you get Fischl. You just got to get the conches. It's very simple. The free character Fischl you also get as well from the invitation. So it's very simple to get all that stuff done. Just make sure you do it slowly throughout the patch and know you cannot do it on day 1. Have a great day, guys.